Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show, along with my sidekick here, Andrew.
Good morning.
And we completed our pictures that we have to show. We didn't have a whole lot this week.
You were busy working. You had your hands full with that saw and the chainsaw and the branches.
And then now taking care of Vicky. That's not an easy job. I'm not used to that.
Might have to get you a nurse practitioner license before this is over. You're going to be a pro.
Well, I might have to hire one. That would probably be quicker.
How about this? We've got CASA, that's the court-appointed special advocates that help kids out and all through the court system. They're having their fundraiser on Friday, February 28th. It's the last day of the month. It's a week from this Friday. $6 for a sausage po' boy with chips and a soda. With CASA, you can give them a call, Madeline Rosette, at 948-3550. I don't have the address as to where to pick them up. I guess it's over at wherever their office is. I'm not sure. I know they got one. I know where one is. But anyway, give them a call, 948-3550, to get a po' boy to help out CASA. And the St. Landry Parish School Board, they're already having the enrollments. If you're a ninth grade, if you're an incoming ninth grade student for next year in public, private, or parochial school, and you want to go to Opelousas High's Magnet Academy of Biomedical Sciences, learn all about the medical industry, become, start training for that as a freshman in high school, you can submit your application now. Call Miss Sandra Cormier at the school board, 948-8499. She's the facilitator, and you can go by the school board office to get all the information you need to fill out the forms.
Vietnam loving the first McDonald's. How about that? You would have thought that maybe they would have been in Vietnam earlier than this, but it takes a while to get, of course, the approval of a lot of these countries. They have, we think we have a lot of regulations to jump over here when you try to do something, but over there, you probably have to grease some pockets before you can.
You think it's going to get?
Well, I would kind of think so.
That might happen most everywhere, though, I think.
Well, it's not as well known or it's not as open,
not as, open
as it is over here. But anyhow, McDonald's, of course, is a leader in opening restaurants and facilities that is an American product. Mr. Koch started that with that
those arches.
With the arches.
The golden arches.
And the golden arches have stayed, and McDonald's has grown. So you can come up with some good ideas, and they're still respecting that idea that he had years ago. The Sheriff's Department in St. Landry Parish has added a new robot to its team. It lets the sheriff's deputies to both see and speak to suspects in dangerous situations.
It's a small, only about yay big, like a little remote control car almost, but it's got cameras on it and a little speaker and a microphone. Kind of slick.
Yeah, and you could possibly...
Safer than sending a man in.
Safer, and a lot of times, and I'm thinking of a certain person that got shot and crippled for the rest of their life, and ended up it wasn't as bad as what it could have been if they could have possibly talked. So many of these cases, if you have an ability to speak with these people, you can calm them down, and maybe they just need to see their mom or their daddy or their sweetheart or their wife or their kids or something, someone to calm them down and save some families on both sides. So, Sheriff, another good idea that you have. And last week I commented that I had never seen Mr. Art LeBlanc, who owns the Sterling Ford Lincoln dealership that had its grand opening last week in Opelousas. And of course, this is a picture of him. I meant to get you to take the picture of it, and we'd show it on our program here. And maybe you can do that right now while I talk about a few things. How about that? You think you can do that, or asking a little bit?
We'll see.
The winning entry, Thean Gilroy creates a winning mambo on the corner painting. And back when he was possibly in the first, second, third grade, he doesn't know exactly which grade it was, his mom was called over to the school, and the teacher wanted to discuss Thean Gilroy's activities during the class. He would start doodling and painting pictures on his test that he was supposedly taking. And the teacher knew that he had the ability, but she just couldn't get him to, you know, tend to his business. And you hear so many stories similar to this. And here today he's going up the ladder with his painting, and certainly we want to wish him nothing but continued success. And talking about that, the Savoy Family Band to perform at a concert, I'm not sure, that's this Friday the 21st, and that's at the Louisiana State University Eunice Performing Arts Series. There's going to be a concert there, and that's who it's going to benefit, the Savoy Family Band. And of course, they are known for their Saturday morning jam sessions, where the young people, old people get together and they horn up their music, and some become rather well known and very popular, just getting their little start with the Savoy Band. Right near Eunice.
Art LeBlanc, how's that?
How's that for a picture of him? That was, and look at Ford, that's about a 1950 model, somewhere around a 50, I think, between a 45 and a 50, right after the war. During the war, vehicles were not produced, hardly any were produced.
And certainly not with no chrome and all that.
What they did was they used the factories, but to build
airplanes and boats
and artilleries and everything else. But so that's a good picture of Mr. Art right there.
There you go.
We sent our photographer out. It must have been Matt LeBlanc went out and got
Must
this.
have, huh?
And I imagine it is Matt that took some of these pictures. But this is probably the one in the Daily World. That'd be our friend Freddie Herpin.
Could be.
Copying his picture there. Hope he doesn't mind it. I know we don't usually talk about things like this, but it goes to show you what can happen. Way back a number of years ago, Coach Mel Didier was a scout, still a scout for Major League Baseball.
Correct.
And he had a prospect that he recruited named Walter Gilray, who's now 51 years old. And after Walter got injured, as I recall it, he came back to Lafayette and worked his way up to be the director of the Lafayette Housing Authority. And Coach Didier was asked to assist in a fundraiser to raise money for the children to buy different types of equipment and all for basically the people living in the project homes in Lafayette. And Coach Didier would bring in one or two of the major league players. Sometimes it was the managers, different, maybe owner of a team. And Joe Fred and I and others from Opelousas were invited. We attended that. And I don't know what went wrong, but something happened to our friend Walter and got himself in a lot of trouble. And what I'm saying is I know that Coach Mel Didier is really hurt by this, because he had a lot of confidence in this young man, Walter, and we all did for that matter. So I hope that he can get his life back. He's going to have to serve some time, it looks like, but hopefully when he gets out, people will give him a chance, another chance. He had a good opportunity, and let's hope that he can come back and be an active member of the community. And we're
rolling. We got about 5 minutes left in the show. And what else we want to talk about? We already talked about the retreat. Don't forget, if you want to come to Grand Coteau with us at Our Lady of the Oaks Retreat House, we leave Thursday night right after work. That's February 27th, and we come back on Sunday at noontime. If you want to come meet us in Grand Coteau, give me a call at 351-0732. I guarantee you the price is right for you to come. I understand if you're a first-time retreatant, we might be able to get you a scholarship. There's a guy that likes to give scholarships to people that are first-time retreatants. So give me a call.
He's happy to do it.
He's happy to do that.
Happy to do it. I see where several arrests have been made, drug arrests have been made since this January episode where 3 young men were murdered, and they were drug related. It was people dealing amongst themselves, and shootings and killings took place.
And some people kind of saying that's a reaction to the shootings.
It's an ongoing.
It happens at the same time that the shootings are happening at the same time the police are trying to catch these guys. There is a big spike in drug-related activity right now.
Worldwide.
Yeah.
And what has taken place here, I know that the city police chief, Perry Gallo, along with the marshal's office, as I understand it, the sheriff's office in St. Landry Parish,
all the smaller municipalities. I saw Sunset. I saw,
Eunice,
yeah, they're all involved.
state police,
Woodbury.
everybody's involved. And they arrested a number of them in one raid. And the following day, vice versa, the city marshal's office, Paul Mouton's group, worked with these same law officers on arresting cases that they had been working. It appears that it generally takes about 4 to 6 months of undercover work to build up a case that you can take to court. That's what takes the time. Please be patient. We all working in the right direction. I feel confident of that. And right here, Veterans Gather. Very good project took place this past weekend on a farm, a ranch that's owned by Felix Dejean Sr. And
right there in the Garland area. That's where when Nicky goes out to the camp, that's where they are back there.
And they took veterans out on a hunt, and some were able-bodied, and one was in a wheelchair. And I don't know what other type injuries were there, but I know one was the picture of him on this trailer. They rode him around in a trailer, and they went rabbit hunting. Rabbit hunting is a lot of fun, so I'm sure that they passed a good time. They killed enough, I understand, to actually have lunch prepared after the thing. So the veterans are being thought of more and more, and I might add that the Veterans Memorial Park that's being built on Highway 182 south of Opelousas, St. Landry Veterans Memorial, work is progressing real nice. Mr. Bob Thibodeau was working out there yesterday, planted a tree. You'll have to go out to see the tree. It's a large tree that transplanted there. And Mr. Bob and Pat Mason-Gilroy called me. I was not able to go. I was just in the process of bringing Vicki back from the hospital there. But we do need to go by and take a picture of it as soon as we possibly can.
We can do that. That's not a problem. We're down to 1 minute left. You may want to try to find your prayer book because we're getting down to that end. Yes,
we are. And each week we try to close the program by asking you to consider attending the church of your choice, and we mean that. We both happen to be Catholics, but we certainly respect all the different religions that believe, basically, we believe in the same God, and so we all brothers and we all sisters, and please attend a church and of your choice. And then we try to close with a thought, maybe you could call it a prayer. And the one for today is, Lord, grant me a pure love that neither knows nor wishes anything else than to give you honor and glory. Thanks for viewing, thanks for listening, and Andrew, thank you very much, and thank you, Steve.